Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Louisville Cardinals. Restate the state Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, this kind of matchup is always a challenge. Coach told me bringing a team in here on the road can be hard. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. And the Cardinals will kick off first, and here we go. And he's not going to take the touchback. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The give. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Here's Raiola to throw. Gets it to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Tar Heels come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Burrowing for yardage. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Third down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level. Not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Raiola. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
On the return, it's Cross. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start on the ground with Brown. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And obviously it's still early in this football game, but after giving up a touchdown on the first drive and then coming out, like, the worst thing you can do as an offense is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. So that was a big third down to kind of settle them down and give them some more opportunities.
Complete in the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Drops back on first down. Out wide left, it's James. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Cardinals have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. A give to Brown. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On first down, it's Brown again. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. What?
Snags it, and there's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Cardinals. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. RPO complete. He's stopped.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's some daylight. Shows him the stiff arm. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Thrust that arm out. Got a little, continues to fight for yards. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Throws it off the RPO. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hall. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Raiola to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The play fake, Raiola. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Caught on the RPO. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Brown running left. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing Raiola. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Second and long here. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And you watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things when you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go to work.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Working the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath.
There he goes down the right side. 10. Touchdown, Louisville. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Raiola to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Cardinals. Took it all the way back to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina. Lining up to add another. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Turns up, it's Brown. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Cardinals have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. He's the 50. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
It's inside. It's Brown. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cardinals! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Raiola. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 19 team, the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's the Longhorns on top right now in a battle of one-loss teams. And I say it all the time, but I really believe the team that can win the turnover battle will be the team that comes out with the W. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the American Conference.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
What?
Snags it, and he's open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Handoff, Isaac Brown.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Left side, it's James. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One more time, it's Brown. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Cardinals back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right side, it's Johnson. Hits him with a stiff arm. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Second down to the air. On target. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Again, it's Brown. He gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line, still short of first down yardage. And now on 4th down, do they kick the chip shot field goal or go for it?
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of here.
And he's going to bring this one out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Finds his man on the RPO. On the move is the 30. He's loose down the middle. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, UNC! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Breaks into the open. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Brown again. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that, and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Handoff for Brown. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Johnson.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd down, here's Brown. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And the Cardinals pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's going to let it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Woof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you've got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. This offense will take the field again. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Brown. Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown Cardinals. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Louisville! The defense putting points on the board. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Looking for blockers. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. North Carolina offense returns to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Got enough space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them.
Number 48 set to kick this one away.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Motion from the wideout. Play action with Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tar Heels peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's Raiola to throw. Right down the middle. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Motion from the back. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. Finds a man in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Throws to the tight end. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. On to attempt to try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Brown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Out wide right, it's Johnson. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Lined up, they fake it, the kicker's looking to pass. It's ugly, but it worked. It's a fake, shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Play action, Dylan Raiola. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Throwing Raiola. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Throws to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Long way to go on 2nd down.
Here we go, ready.
Raiola to the